This
platform?
conference will now be recorded.
Yes.
Okay.
And I haven't created. I downloaded it, but I have not created. Like I don't know how to set up it. So
No. Setup will take care. But I just
Okay.
want to know, you have signed up for an account in platform.boomi.com?
yes,
Okay. 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 You have logged into platform. I mean, you both have logged into platform.
not yet.
Okay.
Not yet
Let's.
actually.
You have not yet? Okay. Just a minute. I'm trying to open GoToMeeting from my laptop. Just
Okay.
taking a bit of time. I'm not sure why. Uh, how to
This
integrate
conference
between,
will now be recorded.
once we know how to integrate between Salesforce CRM and the database, we can integrate any other things which we have. So let's target about installing a SQL Server in our machine later part of our course. But let's in the meantime, when you have a free time after this class, you just sign up for Salesforce. You guys know about Salesforce?
Yes.
Okay, and Reshma, do you know about Salesforce?
No.
Okay, so okay, there is a lot of background noise. Venkat, are you traveling or what?
Yeah. Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, fine. Okay, I mean, okay, Reshma, no problem. As I explained yesterday about the CRM, what does the customer relationship management do? And that is just a web portal which does hold all these accounts of customer and what are the activities going to perform with that customer and all. Once my downloading works fine, I'll show you that. I'm not sure what's wrong with this GoToMeeting right now. It's taking a lot of time to download as well. Uh, mm, how do I do this? It is about to install and open. Sorry guys, I'm still waiting for it to download and connect. Uh, so for you both 7:30 to 8:30 till 9, if once there is an extent, is that fine for you guys, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no problem for me.
No, fine. So for now, for today's course, we'll get into the overall picture of the platform. What does it do? I mean, you guys are fine with yesterday's demo about ETL iPaaS, and what we talked about EAI. Is that fine for you guys, right? Or you need a more bit of introduction for that as well?
Yeah, start
Or
from the yeah, just go over one more time. Start from
okay,
the beginning. So
okay, fine. Okay, we can start. Mine is getting installed almost. Go to meeting. Uh, 941009877. How do I present my screen, Srinivas? Can you guys see my screen?
Not it.
Hello? Not it?
Not
Okay.
it.
Okay. Let me ask. Srinivas, I'm not able to. Okay. Now I get. Hope you guys can see my screen now.
Yes, it's visible now.
Yeah, and my audio is also clear, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And Venkat, for you also as well. Hello?
yes.
Okay. I mean, let's not be on mute. Is it fine? Background noise is also fine, but let's be interactive so that any questions you have in between you can ask suddenly so that mute and unmute it will take time. So, okay. Is it fine for you both? You just keep it in unmute talk so that we can talk and we can discuss each other.
Sure.
Okay. So let's start with like what is integration? Why do we need integration in our current marketplace? Now, since we have, if you have a company or a business which is running, even it's a family business or a company, they need to have a customer and they need to have multiple technology domains right now. For example, to provide infra support, we have GCP, AWS, Azure. Azure is from Microsoft and GCP is from Google. And sorry, Venkat, you- I'm hearing a lot of background noise. Okay. Yeah, I think it's better now. Okay, so when I said that the suite of products by, let's talk, let me write it over here. Infra supports we have from AWS, Azure, GCP, IBM Cloud. So you guys heard about these providers before?
Yes.
So they are the providers where they give the software as service and the platform as service, and even as now it's a new thing as a function as a service, which have the function calls everything. So these all four will provide a suite of products where they give virtual machines, where they give a cloud function hostings, where they give the services which is being offered. But however, when you talk about Microsoft, all Microsoft products are integrated. All Azure products, all GCP products are integrated. All IBM products are integrated. But when you come to the business, your business doesn't only can depend on AWS or Azure. It needs a suite of products where it offers multiple offerings or its capabilities, right? So when people go for AWS and Azure, which both cannot talk to each other, so in hence we go for the integration. So for that we need a connector, solid built connector, and every time you cannot build a code on Java or C Sharp, and you need a developer cost, you need a support cost, you need a time to develop the things as well, and you need to host the code and maintain the code. These are all the feature which doesn't work in an agile environment right now. Agile means agile, you might have heard this word agile, which means adapting to requirements in an easy way. Like business will not cannot wait for 6 months to have a feature enabled for their account. They just want it today. We have a requirement for today, and we want to develop the things today, and we want to deploy it today itself and then run it for. But that doesn't work that way. But it should be a faster one. Modification alone should be a faster one. Now we have a CI/CD as well, continuous integration and continuous deployment. Whenever a developer checks in a code, it should be deployed to a production. I mean, along the environment after testing. So these are the things where integration came in picture. That there are suite of products, multiple products. Like for CRM, Salesforce is good. However, from Microsoft we have already dynamic CRM. So for ERP, S4HANA they have, but they don't go with their own CRM. They come up with some other CRM like Salesforce. I believe now Salesforce, NetSuite, and Sugar CRM are the ones which are leading, but they are not tied up with anything. Like MuleSoft and Salesforce. Now recently Salesforce has bought MuleSoft. They are suggesting customers to go with MuleSoft for any of the integration since they give it for a lesser price of cost. But though when you do the market survey, Dell Boomi is the one which has more customers for Salesforce because of its easy development. But however, when a customer wants a custom complex or they trust on-premise application, they go with Salesforce. So that covers the part of what is integration and why do we do it in a marketplace right now and what is the scope. So whenever you have a multiple product, you need an integration scope. So whenever if somebody asks me what will be the integration scope after 5 years or something, whenever there is a different suite of products coming into a market, they need an integration, and they when they cannot talk to each other, that is where till the integration is needed for anything. Like now Gmail and Google Drive are integrated together because they are all part of same product. But however, Outlook and OneDrive is not synced. Sorry, Gmail is OneDrive and not you want to take a backup of your Gmail in OneDrive, then you go for integration of with any other custom built tool by third party provider. So that way comes your integration. So now when you talk about enterprise application integration between CRM or ERP, I mean, when we say about enterprise application integration, you have a business where you have multiple products in your own company, and that is what the business to business integration or business to business data integration that you are doing, that comes to the picture of EAI. It is little bit different from ETL, almost looks same. EAI comprises of ETL. In EAI, like we can build a new. Okay, now in EAI, what does it happen is like you want to build a process oriented integration picture. Like okay, you apply for a leave to your manager. First you apply for a leave to manager. So now first it has to go and check your leave balance, right? There is a ledger sheet which it has to check, and then if the balance is available, this is yes, this is no. So if it is no, then it should be rejected for sure almost if you don't have a leave balance. Or it should be sent for approval to an HR saying you will go without a leave without pay. And if you have a leave, then it has to go to your manager for approval. And if your manager approves, then only you can your leave will be granted and you can apply for your vacations. So that's how the process is oriented. But in this time, if you want an integration to set up for this or a business process workflow to set up, this is actually a workflow, but that also comprises with EAI, not only just sending out a data from source to destination, you also set up a process in between. So whenever you apply for a leave, there is some set of data which is being posted, like your name, your employee ID, your time travel 2 days or 3 days, and the date. Now in a balance checker, I have a database where I have a list of all your leaves and how many it has been taken. So it checks if you have leave balance more than 2 days. If yes, then send an call some API or send out an email to a manager saying you have applied for a leave and wait for his response. Once he sends back the response, you take this message and start processing. This type of process based integration you can do with enterprise application integration. So when you search for enterprise application integration tools, there are you can read. I mean, this is the major concept of what AI does. Um, Major one I can talk about is BizTalk, which I worked on. BizTalk server as EAI. Let me just open that up and show you. Mhm. See, now we have warehouse and server will receive a request, approve the inventory request, denied what to do, approve what to do. These kind of process-based integration that we do is what EAI represents. So you guys are clear about till EAI? Do you guys have any doubt within this?
No, it's fine. Vibha.
I'm good.
Okay. So shall we move to the next one? ETL and iPaaS.
Yeah.
Okay. So now with respect to ETL, ETL is always extract, load, and transform. So now you have data at one place and you want to send the data into another project. For example, let's take like now today Salesforce is booming or a SQL database is booming, and now I have adapted this into my business. Now I have SQL. You guys are familiar with SQL?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So now let's take the SQL as an example. Now you are very good with SQL and every data of your company, everything which is holding in SQL. But now currently you see that this is costing a lot because Microsoft costs a lot. Now you have a licensing issue. Now you have budget issue and all. Now they say that they come up with some MongoDB or what do you say? Uh, NoSQL databases now, which is currently booming, like Postgres or MongoDB, mm, or even MySQL. So now they say that we want to migrate the data from one place to another place, but the file format may be different, but the different connector, auto transformation you need, or you want to extract the same and load the same. So you take the data and send it to another NoSQL. So by doing that, you extract from here. If there is any transformation needed, you do it here and you load it at the destination. You guys know about transformation, like what does transformation do? What is mean by transformation?
It manipulates the data.
Correct. Correct. So now, like I have a basic example is I have first name and last name, but I want a full name at my destination. So for this, what I do, I concatenate both and then send it to a destination. This is the basic level of transformation that we do, or a date time format. Some in a source format I have YYY MMDD. but in my destination it wants DDMMYYY. So these are the transformation basic rule, but we'll have more such in business requirement. Like if country is US, then go ahead insert in this table. If country is, or if salary is above 1 lakh, um, yeah, come into, I mean, apply a hike for 5%. These type of integration transformation also we get in real-time experiences. So this is what is all about the transformation, extraction, and load as well. So there is nice concept here in ETL as well to get into deeper. I mean, fine, let's go with. So you want a, like, now you have a SQL query, you write select star from employee table and then transform that if needed and load it. But you can also uh, there is nothing such. But in Boomi we have called map to transform things. But I am telling you guys not with respect to Boomi, but to have more generalized concept of integration. I'm just covering a bit with it here. So in SQL itself, you can do that as well, right? Select first name and last name from, or select full name from employee table, and you can get it here in SQL script itself. So what you're doing it is you are transforming it in extract itself. This can also be a design pattern for extract, and 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 it can, the transformation can be done at load as well. You extract select star from employee table, don't do any transformation, but while inserting, insert into NoSQL where full name equal to first name plus last name. That can also be a design pattern in while loading itself. There is one more feature now called extract, load, and transform. At loading, you don't do anything. You take whatever the data at the source and just dump into a destination. Later, they run some SQL jobs or the modification scripts. Once the data is in my place, you go ahead and modify the data. That is also called ELT. So these are the pretty much basic concepts of what is being done with ETL. So anything can be done. The transformation can happen at extract itself, or at the load itself, or even dumping into a data itself. So you guys are clear with this concept?
Yep.
Yeah. If you guys have any question, anything is fine. If it's, don't call it as a silly at all. You can ask me anytime. But your concept should be clear when we start learning things more about it. Right? You guys agree?
Yeah.
Okay. And Reshma, is it clear to you now?
Yeah, yeah, ma'am.
Fine. Fine. Till now? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think it okay. And Reshma, is it clear?
Yes, yes, Giri.
Okay. So if you have any question, you should ask me.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, okay, we have covered till ETL. I mean, let's not say that we covered. I can talk about it again later part of time as well. But these are the basic concepts which we are having. So now let's go with this iPaaS. What is iPaaS? Integration platform as a service. So now before, when they were developing things in Java and .NET, they used to have a developer who develops a code in an IntelliJ IDEA or Eclipse. Venkat, there is noise. Okay, now it's clear. Okay, now we are talking about the iPaaS tool, integration platform as a service. I mean, before that, developer used to develop it on a .NET or C Sharp. They used to develop it on an Eclipse or Visual Studio, and then they deployed the code into a server, which is hosted for IaaS, and then the things used to run. Now, since if my business just want one service to run, where I have to just check the Google Maps API, so that it has to send the latitude and longitude, that Google Map will send me the address of it. So for that, what he needs to do is he should have one server on his machine, on his place, and he has to develop the things at one another laptop, and maintain a dev, QA and production environment, and deploy the code there and manage it. And the server should be uptime for 100%. It should not go down because my business needs that Google API to check every time. So in that case, how much cost you think for maintaining that? They should maintain a data center for it if there are more. But now what these providers have come, like AWS, Azure, and all, they provide infrastructure as a service, not the integration platform. So, so with infrastructure as a service, what they say is we offer you a 2 GB RAM and a 40 GB hard disk. If you want to increase more, you can. It can be upscaled automatically when there is a like Christmas season and all. You are getting more bookings. It will upscale itself automatically. So for in that way, your machine cost will be reduced. So for just one service to run, you are paying for your machine, you are paying for electricity bill, you are paying for a developer cost and all. But with this integration platform as a service, they provide a platform to develop on a browser based. Anybody who just have a 1 GB RAM as well can develop the things in Dell Boomi. That's how the browser based application they have. And you don't have an infrastructure to deploy your code. As I shown my image yesterday, that you can deploy your Atom in cloud itself. They give you a cloud offering, and I'll talk about it more later. Instead of deploying it in on-premise machine without having any infrastructure from your end, like a laptop or a desktop or anything, you can run your process using their cloud agent as well. So that's how they come up with an idea that let's everybody use their product instead of having their own product at their own in-house development. So these are the uh, integration platform providers as a service. Like Logic Biztalk is an on-premise, Logic Apps is a cloud, Tipco is a on-premise, and Scribe Software recently they acquired, which is cloud. MuleSoft gives you a hybrid, which gives you both both feature, like you can develop the things on install things, and also on a cloud platform. They call it as Anypoint platform and Anypoint Studio. So Dell Boomi is a true iPaaS which do not have any installation development studio. It just everything is browser based. You just click open a browser and start developing things. So this is more about iPaaS. You don't have to worry much about integration platform as a service. Means somebody gives you a platform to develop the things instead of having your own platform and your own machine to do the thing. So that also covers the integration specific softwares in the market. There are more than 100, to name a few: Jitterbit, Skyvia. Other than these, Jitterbit, Skyvia, Workato, and SnapLogic, and what not? Mm, Zapier, Zipisys, Kingswaysoft. These are things which I have worked on it till now, and there might be many more from it. You can Google and see, even I can show for you. But there are more, but these are the leading ones. If you have just a little bit understanding of it, or like just a feature comparison. Map in Dell Boomi we call it as a map, but in MuleSoft they call it as a data view. If you know these things, even in an interview, like that's, I mean, why I want to talk about multiple products rather than Dell Boomi is, now I have an opening where they are migrating things from MuleSoft to Dell Boomi, for example, and they want a developer who worked on Dell Boomi. But there are two candidates comes into place. One is expert in Dell Boomi, one is little bit average in Dell Boomi, and both MuleSoft. So who will they prefer? Obviously, a guy who has experience both in MuleSoft and Dell Boomi, because it helps them to understand what needs to be migrated from MuleSoft and what needs to be migrated to Dell Boomi. So that's how it helps if a person have a multiple integration knowledge. Rashma, is that fine for you since you're looking for a change very soon?
Yeah. Uh, how that migration will take place, Kiri? So is that something like we import everything from existing like software to Dell Boomi, or like something we like everything we build from scratch in Dell Boomi?
Yeah, so it's a nice question that you asked. So now, for example, if you're converting a things from MuleSoft to Dell Boomi, I believe most of it's going to be a new development itself. Like understand what is being implemented in MuleSoft and try to develop the things in Dell Boomi. But if you are converting a Java application into a Dell Boomi, Java is a code pretty much, but this is a drag and drop tool. Here also you need to develop the things. But if there are complex logic written in Java, which needs to be converted in Dell Boomi, even though we have a scripting language like Groovy or JavaScript in Dell Boomi, which can be incorporated there as well. The same code can be pasted if it is that complex and cannot be developed by Dell Boomi,
Mm-hmm.
that can be pasted over in Dell Boomi itself. But you need to have a knowledge on Java and also Dell Boomi. You need to have a knowledge on MuleSoft and Dell Boomi. Like for example, you say now you know Dell Boomi and you have things in Dell Boomi. Now you say for after 1 year there is a good tool which is coming in like ABC, which is a new tool, and now your customer says I want to and I want to have that tool which is nice. No, you cannot say that I know Dell Boomi, but I don't want to know like ABC. I'll just help a guy who does this migration to ABC. But since you already have integration experience, that ABC will not be a big job for you, right? You will secure your job and you will have a multiple integration experience as well. So you know how the things are developed in Dell Boomi. It just takes a sample amount of time to develop things on ABC as well because you already know how it is being implemented. That's how it's easy for us. But if you guys get any migration type project, that's very you guys are lucky to learn both products at one time. But I have not worked for any of the migration, but very less amount of time that I worked. But I majorly completely worked on particular tool like Dell Boomi and Microsoft. I haven't got a chance to work on migration, but I know how the things work. Since if they give me to migrate from MuleSoft to Dell Boomi, I don't learn much because I know both of the things right now. But if they give some other tool to migrate, then it will be a good chance for us to learn, right?
Mm.
Okay. So that answers your question. Or do you have anything to ask?
Uh, like I mean,
Hmm.
like consider say we have using Java caps, like which has
Hmm.
like service oriented. So we use only services to uh, uh, transfer the files. Okay, so
Okay.
that's how the concept is. Like one service
Hmm.
or MQQ will receive the file and it will
Hmm.
process to the destination
Hmm.
partner. Okay, so we
Hmm.
use the service to transform the message and send it to the destination. So in that
Okay.
case, if I want to like migrate to Dell Boomi,
Hmm.
so that how that concept will work, because I want to learn from my perspective, like what I
Yeah.
have
Yeah. Yeah.
in
Fine,
my
fine.
background. That's why.
Okay. Cool. I'll show you that. I'll just try it new. So okay, now you have a JCaps, which is okay. You have a message, right?
Hmm.
Let's write it this way. You have multiple message which are stored in MQ, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now your integration platform, whatever it is, like what do you call JCaps, right? I am not sure.
Huh.
Sorry,
Yeah. No
JCaps, right?
problem.
Correct. Which will pick the message from MQ and send it to any of the destination with its transformation. Correct.
Yeah.
This is the point. So it works pretty much same, but the things are written in Java, like from messages to putting into MQ is just a configuration of channel queues and topics, right?
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
picking out from a MQ, which might call a service or call an IP address configuration from JCaps, call it and get the message, do the transformation and send it to a destination by a code. It's a read and
Hmm.
write file, right? Operation that they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
And same thing holds good for Boomi as well. What you do is even from Boomi, you can configure a message queue, either JMS message queue or MQ or anything which can be taken. Or Boomi has its own atom queue. They have
Mm-hmm.
even the third party. If you want to replace completely, even these file can be put into atom queue at the start. Atom queue and atom queue. Whenever there is a message being posted to atom queue, Boomi can listen to this atom queue. We have a listener, WSS listener shape. I'll explain you about this later. I'll just make it a note of it. When you remember this last time when I talked, then you should explain me. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now we have a WSS listener process. What it does is, whenever a message comes into an atom queue, it picks up that file, and that file, for example, say what was that file contains, like what was the data in that file.
It's a fixed length file.
Okay, fixed length file. So anything which CSV, let's call it as. So you have a CSV file. You can do any operations in Dell Boomi for that CSV file. You want to calculate a header, you want to calculate a footer for it. Like for example, you have 10 records, 10 order or shipment records you have, and you want to read that CSV, and you want to club, like you want to total the list of shipment details. How many products are there? Like in that record, 5 are some TV and 3 are uh, tape recorders, or some 2 are, what to say, mobile. So you want to combine TV equal to 5 and mobile equal to 2 and tape recorder equal to 3. So this operation can be done within our mapping transformation. Like just instead of in JCaps, they do everything mapping within the code itself, right? But here in Boomi, you just have to add one more map to do the transformation and then send it to a
Okay.
destination. So you have, I mean, I feel like we have to develop everything for new here. There is nothing that we can
Okay.
reuse from the previous one. Only things which can be reused from previous one is this MQ, or you have a transformation logic which is very complex.
Okay.
Like for example, say, uh, okay, if a if TV cost is greater than 50,000, and if TV is more than 32 inch, and if TV is product of Samsung, then what you need to do, call another web service in between, or calculate the percentage of discount for it, and the discount you maintain somewhere, you want to get that discount applied here. These kind of complex transformation logic, if you have already written in JCaps with the Java, this sample of codes can be taken and put into transformation logic
Okay.
and then send it to destination. Only these things can be reused. Rest of all, it's just a drag and drop configurations. You don't have to write any code for it, right? You have to understand the code
Yeah.
which is written there and start developing the things. So when you know the concepts of these things, the listener, atom queue, transformation, writing scripts inside it, and send it to a destination, you will easily understand. If somebody explains your code with JCaps, you will say that I can do it within 10-15 minutes. But if it is complex logic, complex code, then it will take time for you to develop the things in Boomi. So one more, this is the advantage I talked about. The disadvantage of it is, in code you can do anything, but in Boomi you have to use a limited set of functions provided Boomi to cater your needs. Right? That is very complex. To have everything and develop anything is fine, but you have a little bit of things to do the functionalities, then you'll have to use your expertise in Dell Boomi to do that. But Dell Boomi have provided everything you. It's up to you how do you use it to implement the same. Right? You understand?
So how we will connect to MQ here in Dell Boomi? So we'll have separate connectors for MQ or
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, we have. Let me log in.
so it'll like whatever the queue name we have mentioned in that connector, so it will be picking the messages from that particular queue, right?
Correct, correct. That's, now let's say we have atom queue, right? From this is getting a queue from atom, or you can send it even. You
Okay.
just need a connection. You have to create one connection saying something. So now you just have to provide a queue name. This is I'm talking about sending a message to a atom queue. There it will have point to point and published subscribe. I'll talk about these two later, or you
Okay.
might have. but I'll let Venkat as well learn about this later. So I'll talk about this atom queue later point of time. For now, I'll just tell you how to send it to a queue. We have a queue to send, and also we will talk about a connector. Now with this Salesforce here, you have a JMS queue as well.
Okay.
Getting and listening.
Okay.
Yeah, you just have to configure the authentication, username, password, JMS server type. This is what the basic
Yeah.
concept, basic configuration everyone does, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
and you can send it to a queue, you can get and you can listen from a queue. And in other places as well, you can even send it like JMS, JMS queue we have. We can send here, send the messages to there as well. And pick it from there and you start developing the things. Okay, that's clear?
Yeah. Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. So now Venkat, is it clear till here all?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So now let's talk about why Dell Boomi and what is it? What does it do? So Dell Boomi is also an integration platform as a service provider, which is developed by Dell Technologies. And why a customer wants to go for Dell Boomi? Like now you are an expert in multiple tools, or you know a little bit of Dell Boomi. I mean, more things about Dell Boomi and MuleSoft and many other. Now you joined as an organization and they tell you to do the evaluation, like product evaluation. I have got a chance in my product based company to do the product evaluation. They will tell you the requirement like a consultant job. They'll tell you the requirement like these are the things we want to integrate. These are the loads of messages that we expect to integrate, and this might be the size of the data as well. There are many parameters where you need to ask more questions so that you can evaluate a product. Like some tools like SnapLogic or when I say okay, there are some API like APG management tool as well. So when you have to segregate the things like what is good for API management, what is good for ETL, what is good for EAI. So when it comes to a part of Dell Boomi, I would say this would fit fine in any organization. Dell Boomi provides API management services, MDM, like master data management, integration, ETL, enterprise application integration, publish subscribe model. You name it and you have it in Dell Boomi. That's what it is, I would say. And many other tools will just cater the API management. APG is the API management tool, but Boomi also have a API management. APG cannot do an ETL. However, like same with the Informatica. Informatica is a complete pure ETL tool, but with that you cannot achieve the enterprise application integration capabilities, and also real-time integrations, exposing REST service, web service, and do the transformation. That is not that much which caters, and the API management, I don't think it has anything. So that's how when you think about Dell Boomi, when you know all its features, then you think that it has what every product has, like MuleSoft. But the only thing which Boomi do not have is an on-premise development tool. When you don't have an internet, you cannot develop anything. You need an internet for sure. That's the only disadvantage I say. But when we are living in a current digital world, we need internet for everywhere. So we cannot say that unless if I don't have internet, everybody has an internet right now. So that's what it is about Dell Boomi and why we need Dell Boomi and what are its capabilities and features. I am talking about its capabilities because I know a little bit right now. But when you learn things, then you will start saying why the product is good. Okay, this is what the Dell Boomi, because what is Dell Boomi is we know, but what are its capabilities, we will understand till the end of our training sessions. So are we fine till here?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, shall we start getting into a platform? And let me explain you the platform, what are all the things over there, how does it help, how do you do that, everything. Are we ready and excited?
Yes.
So let's get in. You know how I logged in, right? And I think you both have already logged in. Venkat, have you logged into platform? This platform?
Not yet. Let me log in.
Okay. I mean, but you have logged in previously, right? I mean, you
Yes.
have
Yes.
an account. Okay.
Yeah.
And when are your accounts going to expire?
I just created a few days back. It says
Okay. Here,
50 plus days.
that's great. And how about you, Ishma?
Mine is gonna expire in 1 month
1 month. Okay. Cool,
because
cool.
I've
We
created
have
like 2 months back already. So
fine, fine. Okay, cool.
So
Later,
that
I'll tell you the tricks also to increase this.
okay.
Okay. So now let's see this picture. How does it look? Is it nice? Okay. So now we have this is the page that we are getting once after we log in here. So it says the Boomi Atomsphere logo, and any notification for your messages will come in here. Like you're going to notify system message that they release every month some features into Dell Boomi Atomsphere. Whenever they release, just go through these highlights and see what features they have been added in Dell Boomi. Or if you have an Atom, when they push some metadata or when they push some updated features to it, it will show you here that you need to install that, which will automatically install by Dell Boomi. You don't have to worry about it, but they just send you a message saying we have pushed some new feature and it will be auto installed. If you don't install manually by this time, we will auto install it there. That's what you get the message, and don't worry about it right now. And here we have like switch account setup and logout. In our training, switch account means same login can be logged into many of the accounts. Like say you have a Google account which is having multiple accounts within that, like Google Maps account, Google Gmail account, Drive account. Everything can be logged with one ID itself, right? And this is a pretty same. Many Boomi accounts which logged in using this email will can be switched directly without logging out and logging in. So I have right only one account right now. If this email being logged in multiple accounts, you can just click on another one and switch here. Just click on OK. You get this?
Can multiple persons log into same account at a point of same time?
I don't think no, because it doesn't work properly in that way. If you log in my laptop with your credential and the same login, log into your machine for the same account and you do the develop the things which works. It will not log you out, but the sync
Mm-hmm.
happening will not work most of the time. I have tried it out. Sync will not happen properly. It might mess up. So it is suggested not to do that. We can do that, but suggested not to do. And creating an account is very much simple. That's one. And there is no problem with logging in, but you should be careful that when you save from both the end, it will be reflected in both the end. Because I have seen when I create some CRTs, my colleague is also logged in my colleague laptop also I logged in and he was developing. The sync did not work properly. So we don't do that. And this will not have a track properly because if your account, you are doing it, you should do it. That's all.
So each person in a team, for example, you are working as a team, so each person will have their own account. So like where they can like merge all the like work what they are doing.
Yes, see now, this is the process. Let's say you are working on it from long time. See the revision history that I have revised it on
Yeah.
728,
Mm,
68,
mm-hmm.
68, 716. Today, if I save
Yeah.
now I saved. Uh, Let me add something else here. I see 717 modified by Dell Boomi. It's my name I have added. at 8:16. If my colleague comes and does something and modifies here, his revision also will be loaded. Now you can compare that. See, now I have added this map shape into my Boomi. It shows here. If I click on see what was there before and what has been modified, it will show me a process where the map is not here. Then you will get to know, okay, I didn't add a map and this map is added by my colleague, which is there in the recent revision history. This is a pretty good concept given by Dell. See, now you have this. But now you say that my colleague by mistake had it. I don't want this. You just, when you go to the previous one, it says correspond to revision 3 component, which is not a latest revision. Saving this component will overwrite all the information to latest revision. So now when I click on save, now I close it everything. I open this. You don't need the map here because it is revised to a version which I have modified. This is how the revision history works here. When you work with multiple people who is developing an interface, we can segregate. You need to talk, but without talking to a colleague, or if they are in separate global world, with this revision history, you can coordinate. This is what he has added, and they'll put the comment as well for every deployment. This is just for development. While deploying as well, you have to put the comment. So this is where it is segregated. You don't. I have developed something, and he also configured the same thing, or it didn't happen properly. That because I work with a team which is more than 20-member team, and that never happens. And we have many more features. I'll tell you later about lock and edit feature here instead of save. But this, since it's a trial account, that is not enabled here. Then once you lock and edit, nobody can edit this. They can just view what happened here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think since we have this trial account, that lock and edit feature is not enabled. This is the component locking feature in Dell Boomi. And this help.boomi.com is a very nice documentation tool which helps us every time with what is being there. Now you see, instead of save, you're getting this lock and edit, right? You're seeing this?
Mm.
So once this feature is enabled, once you lock and you start developing things, and nobody can do any changes to your folder. Only just they can see what is being done once you save it. Once you lock and edit and click on save, it is open for another developer to do the same thing. He can also lock and edit for himself only if he has an access to do that. Or even you don't want your teammate to develop or see the things, whatever. You can give a folder level access as well, permission.
Mm-hmm.
For like you have to create this we can talk about later in a later point of time. I mean, I think we are touching everything in the first class, but that's also good. Like you can create a customer developer for Raju or somebody, and you can just add it. Only he can access this folder, and nobody should access other than him. And he cannot see the folder as well. That level of access you can give it in Dell Boomi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you got it, right? Or you have a question like how things works here?
And how about this? For example, I'm building something in dev or test something, and I want to do we have separate platform like for the prod and test something like that, or it's like same only one platform where you build and deploy it in test atom and prod atom?
And now you have three options, right? I'm just going to cover the same thing. We have three options: build, deploy, and manage. Build is a place where you develop the things for any platform. See, how do you do it? You develop a things in development first and deploy into
Mm.
a dev. And if it works fine, you deploy into QA. If it works fine, you deploy the same thing to a production. So that doesn't mean that you will develop the things for prod separate, you develop the things for QA separate, you develop the things for dev. No, right? It's the same process here. This process is developed in build phase, and now you want to deploy it. It's just one click deployment. You have to see now.
Mm-hmm.
When we come to the atom management, now I have a test environment. You want to create another environment, QA, which is also related to a category of test, and you can create another environment, prod, which is of type prod. So now you have three environments, right? Test, QA, and prod, and you will have okay, we are going too fast. Venkat, are you catching up, right?
Yes.
If you have any questions in between, you should ask. Okay.
Sure.
We discuss same thing every day. We do develop things, right? We do deploy it in environments. Again, these things comes up, but whenever you have question, you should ask. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I don't have any atom or agent. Agent is a runtime Windows service which will help. I'll talk about it. I thought of installing and setting up today or tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll first talk about what are things now. So we have these three environments. Okay, we have these three environments right now. So when I go to a build and when I go to a deploy and when I click on this one, these many environments I have, prod, QA, right? Right now, only it is attached to test. When I add prod QA, now I'll add QA to it. QA also added. Now this same process can be deployed to test and can be deployed to QA as well. Once QA is also fine, add a product here, prod. So you deploy it to a prod here. One click, same application, same build, which is done here. You deploy it to QA test and prod. This is how the one-click deployment happens in Dell Boomi for it. Fine.
So it's the
Yeah.
same browser, so we can do multiple instances, like multiple separate tasks.
Yeah. Same process which is developed.
Okay.
And these are the environments like normally you have Red Dev, QA, and prod.
Yes.
This way you can deploy.
And
First you
in
deploy it to a test.
case if I don't want to deploy here, and whatever the build has done, I want to deploy in customer specific server. So that can be possible, right?
Customer specific server. What does that mean? Like
For example, I want to like host them in a separate like Linux server, like
hmm.
deploy. I want to deploy there, not here. Whatever the build
Okay.
has done.
Okay. Now how does it works is okay. Let's talk about it. Okay. Now you have an atom. First you need an atom, right? Do you know about atom?
Yeah.
Okay, Venkat. The atom means like see everything you are building it in a browser, right? How does it can talk to anything which is installed on your machine like a SQL database or a disk file or anything? So we need some agent. As I explained yesterday, we have an agent called services here. This agent means they call it as an atom is a runtime engine which is a downloadable installer. You just download it and install in your machine. Once you install in your machine, it will start connecting to the things in your machine. It will have an access to connect to any of the things in a local. This is what the atom. Now it is stopped. Okay. So let us start it. Now this is just a Windows. When you install the atom, it will run as a Windows service. Once you run as a Windows service, which will uh, connect to local machine. So when you say you want to deploy to Unix machine, you have to create an atom for Linux machine. Okay. Linux 34 to 32-bit. You just have to download this on that server and install in that server. Once you install in that server, that atom will come here. Atom. Do we do that now itself? Atom installation. Venkat, you want to do that, or
Yeah.
let's just do the theory?
Yeah. Just like I think we don't have enough time today, so just like we are directly get into the practical. So might
But
as well cover. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, well, anyway, we need to do this activity for sure. So
Yeah,
let's
sure.
just have it. But
Okay.
you don't worry. We will learn about this. But when you get any doubt, you should ask me. That's it.
Yeah.
So now this is just one time activity that we do. Let's do it. I mean, Reshma, you have done this Atom download. You have downloaded
No,
Atom
Giri.
before. Okay, let's do
No.
this. So all let's go to manage and then click on Atom management. Okay, before that, you guys can create environment like this. Test QA and prod. Venkat, do you want to screen share and do this?
Yeah.
Okay, you can go ahead and share your screen. I mean, I'll also see like how you do it, and I can help you. Make a presenter. Okay. Now you can share your screen. Ah, that's right. Okay. Now let's go to manage. Atom management. Rishma, you can also follow the same things when I say.
Yeah.
Okay. You have already installed the three items.
I downloaded and installed the Atom. Yes.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool. But let's create an environment first. How do you do is first environment, and then we download the atom, and then you attach that atom to environments. So let's
Okay.
add a first environment. Click on first environment. Add a test. I can name it dev, test, or whatever you want. What do you feel? We just need three environments: dev, QA, prod. So you
Okay.
can hit on save. And another environment, you can click on this plus sign. Test it at QA and prod. Now you click on these three atoms you have downloaded, right? Click on
Yeah.
that atom cloud. Click on that atom cloud, left side.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yeah. This is online. Down next one. Click on next. Single click on next time. This is also online. Third one. Okay. Let's do one thing. You don't need three cloud atoms.
I don't
You
know why
can.
I only downloaded once, but I created a 3.
Okay. You can this atom
Delete
in
it.
the time.
Delete it.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. See here. No, not here. Right side. Right side. You see the atom controls. Right side. Near one drop down is
Delete
the right drop
atom.
down. Delete
Yeah.
atom.
Oh yeah, here. Yes.
Yeah, you can delete that. It's fine even if you keep it, but let's make it clear. I mean, simple. Okay. Now, uh, now you click
Delete.
on new.
Delete this as well,
This,
or
yeah, if you want, you can use or you can delete as well. You don't need. Let's be on same platform, all three. So it will be help. It'll help us. When I tell you, you can enable that again. It's nothing free,
okay.
of course. You can delete this also as well. Or let it
This
be
one.
one. Let's keep one cloud atom and one
Okay.
on-premise, right?
Yeah.
Reshma, you also can do this, but if I'll share, let you also share your screen after this,
Yeah,
and
I've
I'll
done
see
it.
that.
Yeah. I've
You
done it.
have an atom cloud, right? You have an atom cloud,
No,
right?
I have an
You
atom
download.
cloud.
Hmm.
No,
Okay.
like I
Okay,
have
fine.
test
Let's
atom
install.
cloud.
Okay. Now I get it. You have an atom cloud itself, not the on-premise one. So
Yes.
let's install local atom. You click on new.
Here.
Yeah. New atom. Okay, local. And then which is your operating system? 32-bit or 42? So 64-bit.
64.
64. Okay. Reshma, you also download accordingly.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Venkat, you click on that security option. Generate a token. Copy this right side. You click on that right side file type mark. Yeah, just click on that. It will copy automatically. Okay, cool. Now I'll tell you this token. Let's remember. Venkat, you just copy it to notepad better. Okay. Let's close Alt. Okay, you can hit on download installer on the top blue color. Save somewhere. Okay, now you run it or open that folder. Open that folder. Okay, fine. Reshma, he just like clicked on right click and start with administrator. Next. Now we just stop it here. Reshma, can you see this screen?
Yes, yes.
Now what does it do is you are like you download it from this portal, right? Your portal. Now you download
Yeah,
it and you are installing it on a machine. Now it will ask either
yeah.
username and password or a token you downloaded from this machine, just to have a match that okay, this item is downloaded from this browser, like this account. This open for this
Okay,
account, like it's a Venkat's account, and if you enter Venkat username and password, it will attach it to this account. Or the token is also pretty simple, fine. It's just an alternative to username and password, because this
yeah.
installer can be used. You also can use the same installer, but if you can just put the username and password here for yours, it will attach it to your account. That's how it works.
Okay,
Okay, this is a pretty and the atom name, you can put anything, whatever you want. And name can be anything, or even if you want to keep the same, it's also fine. Let's just keep the same, no problem. It will just take your laptop and that's it. Okay, anything.
What? Atom Cloud
Training.
1?
No, it's not cloud. It's on premise. We are installing it, right? It's not cloud one. Atom training local. You rename it as local. Let's call it local and cloud. Local atom, cloud atom. Now let's use, instead you can put your username and password also, but you can put the token as well. You just have put the token. One more thing, in down you have a proxy setting. No, just don't enable that right now. But if your organization or if you're installing it on your company laptop or something, but if your company using a proxy to talk to any of the outside world internet, then you have to configure that proxy. But let's no, you are installing it in your laptop or company laptop.
This is my work laptop.
Sorry,
This is
work
my
laptop.
work laptop. Yeah.
Okay, fine. And how about you, Reshma? It's fine.
yeah. My
You
work
can share.
laptop.
Okay, fine. Let's what to do. Let's just without doing a proxy, let's try to install. If it get installed, it's fine. Else, we'll put the proxy later. Okay. Now
Okay.
you are till here is fine, right? We can click on next now.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Click on next. Yeah, this will be C Boomi atom sphere. Yeah, this is fine. Let's keep the same. Though let's not change it. It's better. Rishma, you as well. Let's
Yeah.
keep the same.
Yeah.
See, that's fine. Okay. And just hit on next. Next. Now what does it do is like retrieving a build number, means which build is from where we download it. After that, it needs a JRE files. Boomi automatically fetches. It will check if JRE is JRE is installed in your machine or not. If it is not, it will fetch the latest JRE which comes along with the zip and install it on your machine. and it will not affect any of your work items also. So let's wait for it to install for some time. I mean, it doesn't take more time. Let's see.
Hello.
Stop or what? So
It's I got an error. It's error encounter downloading JRE files.
I am not seeing anything on the screen. Screen got. I'm still seeing it's downloading JRE files. Where you got the error? See. You got a pop-up or what?
Yeah, it's a pop-up. Yes. It
Just
says
take
error
a
encounter.
screenshot of it. Okay, you click on OK. Let's see what will happen.
I got an options like ignore or quit.
Good, ignore. Rishma, is it working for you? Or is it
Yeah,
downloaded
for
already?
me it's completed actually.
Completed. Okay, let's look into it if Venkat's also answered. Venkat, I don't see anything. It still shows downloading JRE files for me on your screen. You clicked on ignore, right?
Yeah.
I think your screen is not syncing or. Can you screen share again? Better.
Yeah, 1 second. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see, but it still shows downloading JRE files. Rishma, you also see the same?
Yeah, I also see the same downloading JRE files.
Venkat, you're doing something.
I don't see any error or any pop-up here.
Okay, Venkat, we'll look into this error or we'll try to install again. But okay, if Rishma has installed, let's look into her machine and then we can do this later as well. Okay, no problem with that. We'll do it. Rishma,
Okay.
can you share your screen and let's see? I mean,
I have done it in my laptop and my GoToMeeting is in my mobile.
oh, then how you are screening my screen? Okay, fine, no problem then. Okay, I'll do it from here. Better.
Yeah.
Share my screen.
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see, but you said you got error. Let me try to do it in my machine itself then.
I closed that.
Yeah.
Can you do it
Fine.
again or?
Yeah, try to do it again.
Can we use the same token or do we need to generate again?
Copy.
Yeah.
Copy the
It
same
is
token.
valid for 24 hours. Yeah, we can give the
Yes.
same.
Oh, okay.
In the meantime, I'm also installing from my end. I'm also not installed. Let me know if you get an error again.
Okay.
Downloading atom files. Now it started downloading atom files. Last time also we came till here.
No. I think I got the error before this.
GRE files, right?
Yeah,
Downloading.
it's unpacked and downloading now. Yeah, finished.
Last time we didn't pray well to install.
Close.
Where is your atom, man? Didn't come here. Can you refresh once again this page?
Yeah.
It came, right?
Yeah.
Now drag that and drop into test. There are many ways, or you can click on test. Just click on test. Click on
Here.
that test.
Okay.
See, one option. Okay, let me. Okay, one option is click on test, and in attachment, you click on this attachment. Here. Yeah. You can add that atom here. This is one option. It will automatically add it here.
Okay.
Okay. Another option is drag and drop.
Why I got only one? Like just Atom Cloud was not there. So Atom.
This atom cloud is for production. If you click on that prod, click on prod.
Oh, okay.
This is the category of production. This atom cloud. This while you click on again now new. You click on new again.
Atom, right?
Yeah, atom.
Download again or?
No. Okay, let's close it. Fine. See, this local atom which you install, right? It can be attached to prod, dev, QA. Okay.
Okay.
But cloud atom which you have enabled is
Only
a
production.
production atom. Yeah. But if you want a test, for test you have a test atom cloud before you had enabled that, right? I deleted.
Yeah.
You deleted.
Yes.
That test atom cloud can be attached to test and QA. If you enable that again. Okay. Now let it be like this for now. Okay.
But do we need to create one for QA or can we use this?
Fine. We are not developing anything to production now. It's just, I mean, this is how the. Okay. Okay. This, I mean, let's just try to have what we do it in production level and do that. Right now, this I have pushed into test environment. For today, let this be fine, and we'll start building and we'll start deploying to test, and then we see how things work. When everything is right, we'll deploy it to production later. Okay. When we have the real time production, we do it later. We'll do that. Okay. Now, 8:57. Are you guys fine till now? Do you have any questions for atom installation? Everything is done, set up. Venkat, I'll explain you about logging into services dependency and logging into installation directory and explain you what are all those things.
Okay.
For now, we have just moved platform to install an Atom in our machine so that it can talk to any of the on-premise applications. That's what you just keep it in your mind right now. We'll explain more about this tomorrow.
Okay.
About login, you can just click on Window E Explorer or open C drive.
Sorry. C
C
drive.
drive.
Okay.
C drive. Yeah. Here we'll have Boomi Atom Sphere, fourth one.
Yeah.
So I'll walk you through what are all these folder contains and all tomorrow. Or this will come in admin activities. You don't have to worry right now. So let's discuss Reshma and Venkat both. Like first, let's start developing the things.
Okay.
Developing the things. Let's look into one admin activities. So if I tell you the admin activities now, it will not be good for you to understand at the one shot. So let's do the things and learn instead of me teaching you the theory, what are all these and all.
Okay.
Do the things and learn. I'll cover for sure everything because
Okay.
I'll keep it in my mind that when I talk about installation, I'll cover these things. So I think that would be the best plan to make you understand a better way. Because
So yeah, I agree with you, but I want you to cover first like basic things. Okay, what is Atom? Why do we need to create Atom? What is the minimum requirements? Like how do we connect? Like what does the Atom do?
Okay.
Why do we need to create Atom? So cover that basic things first before we. This is fine. We created the downloaded everything.
We went fast. We have to explain, but okay, now we have installed it, right? So we'll talk about more in a tomorrow class about what is Atom. We say it has a runtime engine.
Yeah.
Everything. Okay, I'll speak to you a lot about it tomorrow because that is the main. That is the main base for us where it runs. This is what it talks to any of the on-premise applications.
Yeah.
That's the main part of our rather we can develop the things, but where do we deploy? We deploy it in this Atom itself.
Okay.
That's all. We'll talk. I wanted to talk slowly about the environment setup and then adding attaching to a cloud Atom.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought of telling everything in build now for now. Since I mean, Reshma also wants to know about manage. We went to that. We'll cover both. We'll cover both. Okay. Well, okay. Let's think that for tomorrow we talk about Atom, and then we'll go back to build page later to see how it works. And then before that, I wanted to make you aware of what are all the things in Boomi platform like dashboard, in help. Okay, let's cover it tomorrow. I think we went too fast today for you.
Okay.
Let's. I'll take that.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Reshma, is that fine till now?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. You have any doubts or any questions to ask for this Atom installation or anything right now? Tomorrow we'll cover up the directory folder, everything.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
what does it do actually? Fine. Till here, fine. Any suggestion or anything like how do you want to move ahead? Is it good? Not good? Not good? Any feedback is fine for me. I want to improve as well because we both should improve. That's what.
Yep. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. Take care. Have a nice day, guys. Let's meet tomorrow. Okay then.
Giri, is there
Yeah.
any possibility? Can I talk to in person for a few minutes?
Yeah. Fine. No problem. Yeah, Venkat, you can drop off.
Yeah. I can disconnect.
You're fine. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you, buddy. Take care. Bye.
Yep. Thanks.
So Giri, as I told you, so I'm planning to like switch to Dell Boomi, right? So I need some because I'm planning to attend the interview, so I need some guidance from you, like how like interview questions